Hey y'all, I decided to start a vlog channel, or a blog channel, or whatever you want to call it. My name is Micah. I want to introduce myself and say why I'm doing this in this first video, and then in later videos I'll get into more specific topics. But yeah, it's fortunate that this is a video because my breath really smells right now. I actually haven't even showered for the morning or anything, but I decided what better time to introduce myself than fresh from bed and raw. I don't know. Anyway, my name is Micah. I'm creating this vlog to talk about my transition and what's led me to this point in my life, and then also as my transition goes on and as life goes on, all the things that I experience and think about and my thoughts and patterns and all that, because I think it might be an interesting resource to provide not only for people I don't know, but also especially for people I do know who maybe don't understand what I'm doing or why, I'm transitioning or what it's like for someone to transition. And I will say that, of course, this is my experience and not a lot of other people's experience, because I live in New York, and New York is such a particular place, and there's so much more acceptance here, I think, than there would be in so many other places. I've been beyond fortunate. I can't even articulate my gratitude for all of the love and acceptance I've received. So I guess I'll just introduce my timeline, and then in a later video, or the next video, I'll probably talk about why I'm transitioning. But for now, my name is Micah. I'm nearly 20. I grew up in Yonkers, New York, which is just north of the city. People will call that upstate if they're from the city, and it's not. But anyway, it shares a border with the Bronx, and it's got a very interesting public school system. It's very diverse. I was very lucky with the cultural experience I had growing up. I was also bullied a lot growing up and sort of isolated in my youth in some ways. And sometimes that didn't bother me, and then sometimes, in middle school, it really bothered me because people were so cruel. But I think that isolation and those years I spent figuring out how to handle pain were good for my progression as a human and as an empathetic person. So I don't regret it, although it was hard. In high school, I was really lucky because I had a lot of social success and became captain of 2 teams, soccer and lacrosse. I ran track for a while, and it was really cool. I developed diabetes in my sophomore year of high school. Fortunately, I was dating someone at the time. His name was, I guess I'm not going to say his name. Why would I say his name? He was a really good guy. I feel bad for him because we dated for 10 months, and then I was like, oh, I'm gay. Sorry, pal. And he didn't deserve that. But I was appreciative for his presence in my life at that period of time, especially when I was especially when I was developing diabetes and figuring out how to navigate that. My brother had had it since he was really young, so I was sort of already exposed. My brother's 22 now, my sister's 11, and I'm nearly 20. Ooh, camera, don't fall. We all have diabetes. My little sister's adopted, so that wasn't a surprise or a genetic whoa. It was just we got a diabetic kid. Love her. She's such a good kid. Anyway, so that was high school. I realized I was gay. I had a lot of, success socially. I sort of had to reinvent my career path when I developed diabetes. I thought I was going to join the military for a while, which was kind of silly in retrospect, but so I decided, okay, so I'll do diabetes research, and I'll go to a really prestigious college, and I'll have a hand in finding the cure. And then that totally fell through, and I was like, oh, shoot, okay. Because I didn't get into any prestigious colleges, or at least, prestigious. I'm now at Hunter College, which I could not be more grateful for. It is one of the most incredible places on earth, and the diversity and the culture and the variety of people and how down to earth everyone is and how hardworking, and the great pre-health program have all treated me with the utmost respect and reward. I couldn't be more grateful for where I am, especially living in New York City. I'm not going to say exactly where my location is, but this is my dorm. And it's a single, ignore my dirty dishes. But it's a single, it's a good place. I'm the RA here. I'm a biochemistry major on the pre-health track with a minor in economics. I've had a few great jobs and internships. I almost definitely want to go into medicine. I had a significant other here for a year and a half, and that was a fantastic experience. Still hoping on it. Yeah, so everything has been pretty awesome and rewarding, and I've been really fortunate in my life. So that's me, that's who I am, that's how I got where I am, or what brought me to where I am right now. I came out as trans about 4 months ago after my ex and I broke up, and I was like, oh, there's this part of me that I've been neglecting for 20 years. Maybe I should address that. Yeah, so I did. And I got nothing but the greatest responses from the vast majority of people. Not necessarily everyone, but everyone's coming around. And if people aren't coming around, well, that's okay. Maybe this video channel will help them understand better what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if it doesn't, it be what it be. But yeah, I guess end all, I want this video channel to sort of help provide people understanding for why I'm doing what I'm doing, and how the self-exploration process has taken me here. And maybe for other people who are also struggling with figuring out their place in the world, whether that has to do with gender identity or career or whatever it might be. I think it's a really difficult process in life to figure out what decisions you need to make for yourself and what decisions you need to make for other people. And it's still something that I'm learning now, but definitely coming out as trans was something that I had to make a decision for myself and not for other people. And so it's been a very life-changing experience, to say the least. So I want to help, people navigate that and answer questions, and I'll stop rambling now because it's already going on 8 minutes. Thank you for watching. I look forward to talking more with y'all, and we'll hopefully have a great discourse. Peace, my dudes.